love you. Something feels weird.
Shadow, we're going to be releasing you a couple of days early. There's no good way to say this, so I'll put it plain. Your wife, she died in the early hours of this morning.
Hey girl, don't lie to me. Tell me, where did you sleep last night?
Avengers, but with gods. That's the shortest answer and very, very simplistic. But it's basically a story about Shadow Moon, an ex-con. I play Shadow Moon, and he's released from prison 2 days before he's due to be released because his wife is killed in a tragic car accident. So he leaves prison a broken shell of a man, a shadow of his former self. And he's kind of employed by a mysterious con man in the form of Mr. Wednesday, who is more than he seems, and is basically building an army of gods, old deities, of biblical and mythical gods to wage a war against the new gods in the form of technology, media, fame, celebrity. And poor Shadow is the human that's stuck in the middle of all this.
The series is different from the book. It's not exactly the book.
The book works as a perfect blueprint for a TV show. It's very much going to follow the book, and you know, fans of the book who've read that, everything they love in the book is going to be in the TV show. From characters, iconic scenes, iconic places, iconic kind of moments, they will all be in the show. But the clever thing, and only people who've read the book will really notice, people new to the project will just have their minds blown at this new incredible story. But people who know the book will notice that we've changed the timeline around. There's new characters that aren't in the book. There's characters that we've fleshed out as well. So like Mad Sweeney is only in the book twice. Laura is very sporadic in the book. We've beefed up these characters, Bilquis, and made more of them. So all these kind of moments and iconic and great things that fans love in the book, we're giving them more. So although they're going to know kind of the premise of the story, there's so much new stuff in there. Even like the season finale is not in the book. So the huge cliffhanger at the end of the first season, no one's going to see that coming, and it's going to be a huge thing. So even, you know, if you read the book, you're not going to know what's happening. So it's going to be fresh for everyone, which is really exciting.
Bryan Fuller has a very unique vision when it comes to his shows. How did you fit in this universe?
Bryan Fuller and Michael Green are a visual genius right now. They are changing the landscape of TV. They've changed the way that I see TV and film. We saw a little bit in Hannibal, but it's the way they shoot. They have a second camera unit in the form of Chris Byrne and his crew. And they basically, they punch in for moments. So they get extreme close-ups, and they pick up various kind of elements of a room, or like fingers like tightening, a little
was very new
eye.
for you?
It's that much detail is very, very new. So when I watch film and TV, love film and TV, but I watch it in amazement and in awe. With Bryan Fuller's show and Michael Green and this show, you feel like you're in the scene. You know, you take down that barrier, and they invite you into the scene, because we follow this whole journey through Shadow's eyes. So we need you to feel everything that Shadow's feeling. So from the eeriness, the creepiness, you feel the love, you feel the anger, you feel tension. He does that he shoots in a way that you feel all of those elements, all those emotions, and it's by using this kind of clever camera work and setting the tone to give you an emotion that we want to give you.
So what would I call you if I was so inclined?
Shadow Moon. What might I call you?
What's today?
Wednesday.
Today's my day. I could use a fellow like you.
To what extent does your show deal with the issues that America, the USA are dealing with right now?
It's more current today than it ever has been. It was released in 2001 in book form, and I feel it was ahead of its time. Neil Gaiman was so intelligent, and he kind of spotted these kind of cliches and moments in America, and now all eyes have kind of turned to America. We wrapped in November, so before the Trump administration and before all this kind of heated climate kind of started to pop up. So we're just very fortunate that we touch upon religion, on racism, on immigration, on sexism, homophobia, you know, all these kind of huge topics that are now very relevant in America and around the world. So we're not forcing politics or down people's throats. We're not pushing an opinion. It just comes up in our show. It just so happens that it's now incredibly current. So we're just raising awareness and asking questions, asking people to, you know, to discuss, you know, what's a very important part of society today.
What about the new gods in the series? Media, technology, do you think they are considered as gods by people right now in our societies?
We have a tagline, you are what you worship. And nowadays, you know, in the book, in the show, technology and media is something that people worship nowadays. You know, we couldn't do this interview without a camera. You lose your phone, you lose your mind. You know, your whole world's in your phone. So we've become very dependent on technology and on media and things like that. And basically what we're trying to push is that if you believe in a certain God, it doesn't mean my God's not real. And if I believe in something, you've got no right to take my belief away just because you believe something else. We're saying it's okay to coexist. It's okay for everything. It's whatever gets you through that day. Whatever you need, whether it be a biblical God, a mythical God, a Greek God, a Buddha, a phone, technology, media, your favorite reality TV show, American Gods, whatever you need to get you through that struggle of a day, that's what's the most important. And we should all believe in something, whether it's a spiritual entity or whether it's, you know, a material thing. Whatever gets you through that struggle, that's the most important thing, because we're all on the same journey. We're just trying to survive.
What kind of God would you like to be if you could choose?
I think I would be the God of chocolate. I feel very strongly about that, because I think chocolate rules the world, and if you took chocolate away from this world, people would lose their minds. You know you would. You would lose your minds. I would lose my... You've seen what it's done to me. I feel like Popeye and spinach right now. I'm buzzing off my chocolate.
You know who he is? Who he really is?
He does not know our world.
I'm easing him in. I think I'm losing my mind. They told me you died.
Who said I died, puppy?
Seems you have a choice. Either the world is crazy,
In the pines where the sun don't never shine.
or you are.